Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host Rama, and in today's video we are taking a look at Higgins Helicopter Tours, which is right in front of me. The latest DLC for Grand Theft Auto Online has brought 3 new properties into the game. The main one being the car wash. This gives you a 35% boost to any sale missions done in the Counterfeit Cash Factory. You also have passive income, which you can claim $28,000 every 48 minutes. It's honestly great. The car wash is a great property. The Smoke on the Water property you can purchase after getting the car wash, and that will allow you to get a 35% bonus when doing sale missions for the weed business. So what does Higgins Helicopter Tours give you a bonus to? Well, it should be fairly obvious. That is the Hangar. It gives you a 10% boost for any sale mission in the Hangar, and that is absolutely wild. Now, the property itself also has some other ways to earn money. For example, we can access the laptop here, and we have a helicopter tour, which lowers the heat level. We have money laundering, which will allow us to earn some additional cash with the business, and Mr. Favor work. I'll be honest, it's kind of a waste of time to do any of the missions. You're only earning $35,000 for the money laundering. It's going to raise your heat bar, which you're not going to want to raise anyway, because then it will affect your passive income earnings. So yeah, I wouldn't really recommend to mess around with the business itself. But there is one other thing that is really cool about Higgins Helicopter Tours, and that is this right here. You can request any personal aircraft you want from this little touchpad. As you can see, I can call out any of my Pegasus aircraft, and I can also call out any helicopter I want. And the craziest part is I can immediately take them off in the sky. This is insane. Because, as we know, one of the biggest downside of helicopters is that somebody like an oppressor or a jet can immediately blow you up when you're trying to take it off. But that's no longer a problem. The fact that you can instantly spawn in your helicopter and already be flying in the sky gives you a huge advantage than what you previously had. So it's actually really nice. I wish you could set your spawn location to Higgins Helicopters, but you can't, so you do need to go over there. But at least it's in a pretty easy location to get to. And again, the ability to call out any helicopter you want, immediately get to it, is pretty massive. Now what we're going to do is we are going to set our spawn location to the Fort Zancudo hangar. And the reason why is because I'm going to showcase not only the boosted income that you can make from the crates, but also how you can completely remove the cooldown when sourcing crates. How much money extra can you make? That's probably the first question that you're going to be asking. Well, each crate is worth 10% more. So it went from a $30,000 crate to now $33,000. And we can see that in just a moment here. I have one crate in my warehouse, and it will be worth exactly $33,000 if I were to do a sale mission, as we can see. That's actually pretty nice. This 10% bonus is especially huge for Rooster. You're going to have to pay Rooster 38 times to fill your warehouse, because there's a 25% chance he's going to bring back 2 crates and a 75% chance he's bringing back 1 crate. So if you do the math, it's 38 sources on average to fill your entire warehouse. So if we do 38 times $25,000, this is how much money it's going to cost for you to fill your hangar to the max with Rooster. $950,000. With the new $33,000 crate payouts, and we multiply that by the 50, you're going to have a $1.65 million take in your warehouse. That's really nice. And if we subtract the $950,000 from Rooster, you're making $700,000 overhead. But if you follow my advice and sell in a public lobby, if we take that $1.65 million and then we divide that by 2, we are getting an additional $825,000. So if we take that additional $825,000 and we add that to the $700,000 overhead, you're actually making $1.5 million if you just use Rooster to fill your warehouse and you sell in a populated public lobby. Sale missions are super easy for the hangar. They're single vehicle if you do land missions. Honestly, I would definitely recommend to take advantage of that. But now what I'm going to showcase is how you can completely remove the cooldown when using the hangar, and it's actually super nice. So first things first, we're going to request our Sparrow so we can go infiltrate the deal. When it comes to making the most money with the hangar, you should always only be sourcing 1 crate. What do I mean? Well, there's a lot of different methods that a lot of different grinders like to do. Some people will try and argue the back-to-back method is the most efficient. And what that is you source 2 different crates, let's say narcotics and chemicals, and you just go one crate, the other crate. And the reason why is because then you don't have to worry about the cooldown. But at the end of the day, you're only getting a 35% bonus instead of a 70% bonus. If you fill your warehouse of one crate all the way up to 50, you are getting a 70% bonus when you do that sale mission. So it takes each crate's value from 33,000 to like 56,000. It is a huge chunk of extra cash. Now, how much money are you getting selling a full 50 crate of one cargo warehouse? Well, it used to be about 2.5 million. Now you're making 2.8 million dollars. That's about $300,000 more than you previously would have been making. And it's even more than that because if you sell in a public lobby, you're making an additional like 200,000. So in total, if you add up the bonuses, the 10% bonus, selling in a public lobby with the high demand bonus, you're making about $500,000 extra every time you sell the warehouse. So you'll notice we have just delivered my cargo. And now, if we run all the way to the top of my building here, you're going to see that there's a 3-minute, 30-ish second cooldown before I'm able to source another crate. So here we go. Hop onto the computer. And here we go. Let's log in. So if I want to source another crate, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. If we go to online, quit to main menu, the game is going to quit to the main menu. And then what you're going to do is scroll to the story mode tab. If you don't have the story mode edition purchased and you're on console, all you need to do is load into a free roam lobby, and then you can go into an invite-only lobby if you want to, or you can stay in the free roam lobby. But because I have story mode, it's easier for me to load into an invite-only lobby straight from story mode. So as you can see, we went from the main menu to story mode, and now I'm going to go straight into GTA Online. I've already got my spawn location set to the hangar. So in total, it takes me about 40 seconds to do this. Once we get back into the hangar, you are going to notice that there is no cooldown anymore when sourcing crates. You can imagine how useful this is, because now I don't have to worry about waiting to start sourcing more narcotics. I just do this simple loop, takes 40 seconds, and boom, I'm able to start sourcing again and again and again. So if we hop back onto my computer over here and we take a look, you're going to see there's no cooldown. This is huge. I was able to fill my entire hangar on live stream in about 4 hours of grinding. If you do the math, I sold my hangar in a public lobby for $4.2 million, and I was grinding for 4 hours. That means I was earning over $1 million every single hour using the hangar. And that's without even adding in passive income, which is actively going on in the background. So when you actually do all of this, I'm probably earning upwards of 1.5 million every single hour grinding the hangar. And that is huge. This makes it one of the best ways to grind money outside of doing the Cayo Perico heist, or honestly, it's tied with the Dr. Dre VIP contract. Dr. Dre VIP contract takes about an hour and earns you $1 million. This, I was earning about $1 million in an hour of work. So yeah, it's actually crazy. And even if you don't want to grind the hangar, just send Rooster out. You're still going to earn a boatload of money for very, very little work. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more content like this, click that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.